Black Mama. Tutte le domeniche alle 17:30 su Radio Popolare Roma.
In the first song, Soul Power, you sing something with bone. Your bone is connected to the husband. No,
Yeah.
I remember. So this kind of lyrics is used in from George Clinton, Dr. Frankenstein.
Okay.
Do you know?
No,
Do you know
not-
the song?
No, I mean, I took the lyric more from, actually from a live show of James in Atlanta, where he was talking about hot pants. Because during the 70s, they had a lot of interludes where they would talk about the girls and the mother criticizing the girl for going out of the house in hot pants, very short shorts. And so James says, you know, keep it coming because we want to see it. So it was more of a playful nature on the song, or more of a taking that kind of energy onto it.
Now you have this tour in all the Europe, and you have one European label, the Record Kicks.
Yes.
How born this interest?
Well, with Record Kick, initially we had done a compilation, and they put one song of ours about in 2006, and then we did a single. You know, I was contacted with Nick, who's doing a great work here in Italy, and really keeping funk and soul and a lot of different sounds, Afrobeat alive. And then we were talking about collaborating on a project, and I said to him, well, you know, I would like the next project to be about this, in honor of the Godfather, and bringing him with Fela, with the Latin, and just a big
Because you
mashup.
before was with the
Freestyle, yeah.
Freestyle Records,
Yeah,
another
Freestyle
important label.
Yes, in London, yes.
I know you. Some few days you go in Cologne,
Yes.
Germany, and I know you have the honor to play with Joe Batan.
Oh yes, I mean we're nervous because Joe Batan is a legend. He's just a real superstar of Latin soul, and he means so much for me personally as a Latin man, and also for me personally as a person from New York City. How much of his history he has such a stature. You know, his songs are timeless. I think as a musician, the best that you can hope for is not millions of dollars, is not fame or fortune. I think as a musician, the best that you can hope for as a human being is for your songs to be timeless, to be enjoyed by people year after year after year after year. And Joe, without question, is that guy. He's that guy
Yes,
that
yes.
you put on his songs.
Now Joe Batan have other ultimate LP with one band from
Los Fulanos.
Madrid,
Los Fulanos, Barcelona. Yeah.
Do you know this band?
Los Fulanos, yes, I'm familiar with them because I've worked with their label,
With
Vampi
Vampi
Soul in Barcelona. And I've done a couple of releases with them in the past.
Okay.
So they've got a very good sound.
And then now you have solo project,
Yeah.
I think, because the ultimate work with Record Kicks is 45 with your tracks, X Express,
LES Express,
LS Express,
which
and
is my neighborhood, Lower East Side Express. That's
Lord
why
is and with a singer.
Yes, we have Roxy Ray from Doja Cuts, excellent Australian singer. It's a fantastic track, and I wanted to experiment with other musicians and kind of expand the sound a bit. So we have some Brazil beats on it. We have some heavy Latin funk, soul. And she's done a wonderful job on that.
I love you, this guy. But in this 45, you have two tracks. One with Roxy Ray, and other only with you, I think. And it's a very Afrobeat style, like Geraldo Pino. Do you know?
Yes, of course.
Geraldo?
The great Geraldo Pino is fantastic. Of course, yeah. Yeah, I more than a musician, I would say I'm a fan. So I'm always listening to music, discovering, kind of informing myself, because I think that's the only way that you can evolve your sound. And ultimately, my goal is to evolve what I do and become better at the composition, to get my message out to people as much as possible, and to have people really enjoy the work. And I think we've been lucky enough because now, this is our 10th year, Kokolo's 10 years. So we've been very, very fortunate to still be able to go in the studio and see the world and come out. It's a good time.
More important in the world of these musicians like Geraldo, like Fela, is the social problem.
Yes.
The Kokolo bands work in this side also.
Yes, we do. We do. We play many benefits around the world for a variety of institutions. Before the tour, we did a wonderful benefit in New York City. We raised money for an institution that helps children with disabilities and their families, so that they can get into the workplace and find a home. And so these are issues that are very important because we can't lose track of the human factor. And I think if we can help in our own modest way, we're just musicians. We're not politicians or big businessmen. Or, the most that we can offer is our songs. But over the years, we've contributed a lot of our music and to a whole number of causes, compilations for Sudan, for AIDS relief, for women, for youth empowerment, for the environment, saving the Amazon. I mean, on and on and on. And I think
I remember More Consideration.
Exactly. I mean, More Consideration was a big album for us, a big song in which we were discussing the issues that are taking place in parts of the world, because it's still my belief that 50% of humanity, let's say women, their intellect is not being fully used, and so, or allowed to really blossom. And so you never know when the next Einstein's going to be born, or where it's going to be born.
Yes, and the next work for you, I have an idea for the next album now.
Well, I got to say, I'm excited. I got some things. We haven't toured for a year and about a year and a half because we've been working on a lot of things. The first project is we have a Boogaloo project.
Oh.
And this Boogaloo project is coming out in 2 months on freestyle. It's called Ray Lugo and the Boogaloo Destroyers. And this is a heavy 1960s Boogaloo recorded in the Bronx, recorded in Spanish Harlem, in the original studios with the original equipment. And this is an album that I think everyone's really excited about. We worked really hard on getting it just right.
And use other musicians.
Yeah, we use
the Kokolo band.
We use the Kokolo band, but we use many other musicians because it's a larger band: piano, full horn section, percussion, timbal. It's a very. We did it with a lot of love, and again, I wanted to bring back attention to a period of the arts in my city, where sound really brought everybody together. Because at the time of Boogaloo, you got to understand, these were young people, black, white, Italian, Jewish, all dancing in the club, feeling great, in unity together. And that's
but many purists of salsa don't like the Boogaloo sound.
Well, I remember I met Tito Puente many years ago. He never liked it. Well, Tito was strictly, he liked the mambo and the cha-cha-cha. That was like his really emphasis,
And play only this.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I guess I'm doing the same thing as with Kokolo. Purists will not like something, but my opinion is that we don't force it on anyone, and you have a choice, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing, and I appreciate people that might not understand it or respond to it. Our purpose is to reach the people that are going to allow themselves to be touched by a quality sound that's done from the heart, and if that happens, then we're happy.
Okay.
That's good. So that's one project. The second project is I have my solo album. It's coming
with
out.
Record Kicks?
No, this is coming out on Jazz and Milk in Germany. It's another label. It's out of Munich, München, and that's going to be out October 10th this year. And then the third project that's happening is we are right now in the process of recording a collaboration album between Kokolo and the great. Orlando Julius.
Wow.
Yes.
With Orlando Julius, one of my preferred musicians.
A lot of people love it. So this is big. And for us, you can imagine us as guys that don't have that legacy. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to collaborate with it. But we're working on that. We're going to track the record after this tour. And that will be out next year. And we're planning a very large world tour with Orlando Julius and Kokolo together.
Okay.
and that's
fine.
going to be we can't wait. We can't wait.
I want to see this show. Sure.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. So we've
So,
been busy.
so your way is more in the Afro style and all the roots like Joe Batan, Orlando Julius.
Well, because as I said, if you want to get better at something, then talk to a master.
to look to the past.
In a lot of ways, and these people have so much experience. And if I was studying karate, I wanted to go to a guy, a sensei who really knows his stuff. So I think it can only help us as a group going forward to learn from the masters, the great teachers. So that's something for us that we look forward to. And luckily, we're fortunate to be in a position to do it.